Okay, we have a green box, we have a live counter ticking up, so we should now be live, which of course means welcome back to the Storytime Network, and welcome back to D&D. It's been a few weeks, but we are back with it, which I'm glad about, because I've been having the D&D itch, having listened to D&D campaigns for work, or while I'm
Should
working.
get that looked at.
I can't come up with a good response.
I'm just that.
Not one that makes me look better.
Yep.
Any response I have just makes me look bad as well, so I'm just not gonna bother and just gonna say, Kato, take us away with the recap.
So, last we left the heroes, we have Seamus the Munching Bard,
Yes, munching on pretzels.
Felix the live streaming painter, Dairon the marriage preparing rogue, and Aldane the dope slapping paladin. There we go. I was just gonna say just Aldane, and then, but nah, you're better than that.
Right.
So, the four of you plus Turim and Rua were, on your merry way as you carted along the countryside of Pahala towards the ominous pyramid. As you were moving along, shooting waves after waves of the undead, eventually things started to get a bit complicated as a bone claw happened, which led to Rua once again being impaled.
Shocker.
And a fight on the ceiling of the carriage. Thankfully, Rua was able to return the favor and basically impaled the bone claw with one of its own hands, using his Ravager arm. And you dealt with that. However, things got even worse as eventually, in the distance, you began to see a writhing purple worm that it couldn't really be avoided with it having such great hearing because it's got tremor sense and whatnot. Trying to go around it might actually lead it towards you. The problem was as well is that even if you waited for it to calm down, it might wander in your direction anyway, which would then prompt a fight. There was plenty of ways where things could go pear-shaped. And so Rua suggested that he get on one of the griffins, and with his ability to boom his voice out with his astral self, he offered to lead the purple worm away with the promise of returning to you guys when he's done. There was a lot of debating and objections, as would be fair, but given the circumstances and the time crunch that you're dealing with, regretfully, there wasn't much else that could be suggested that wouldn't involve waiting around and could potentially make things too late.
Trust me, after the session ended, Kato and I did try and come up with various ways we could have.
We spent a bit discussing.
But yeah, none of them were really good.
I mean, I'm always for rewarding creativity. It just doesn't help that the role was within the specific margin of purple worm.
Well, it was a 98 on a D100.
It's not your fault, but it's one of them. If you'd have rolled anything else, it would have been infinitely more easier to work around or deal with. The only reason I had the purple worm is just because there was always going to be that guarantee of, yes, Rua can deal with it. And if any of the players can think of anything else, fantastic, I'll reward that.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is, I couldn't think of anything. I know none of us could really think of anything.
Yeah.
'Cause, But in the end, so I'm gonna say Rua's on the the roof of the cart, and he's basically getting ready to hop onto the griffin.
Ooh, I haven't brought up my character sheet, which I should probably do.
Yes, bring up character sheets if you haven't done so yet, guys. If not, then there's going to be a problem. So, as Rua is on the ceiling of the cart, he like basically just waves to you and just mouths because he knows like Seamus and Darren can read lips. He just says to you, "I'm going to be back soon. You know, don't do anything I wouldn't do, and be safe."
So do everything he wouldn't do. Got it.
Rua's definitely very shysty. You know, he's jumped off a boat before to like AoE a bunch of Stargen with the expectation of you guys catching him. You know, he definitely fights with a level of trusting you guys to help him and make sure that he doesn't die.
Yeah.
What is that doing in my D&D playlist? Sorry, I'm looking at music.
Is that Sabaton?
There's a song in here that shouldn't be here, and I don't know why it's there.
Panzerkampf, let's go!
Imagine, no.
Oh boy.
Dude, Sabaton? I need to get back into Sabaton, they're good.
One of my friends is trying to get me into Red Velvet, the K-pop group.
Oh jeez. I think I draw the line at K-pop. There's a lot of problems I have with it, but we don't need to get into that right now.
Seamus going on an hour-long rant about why this particular style of music sucks.
Based.
That'd be
Yeah,
so
actually.
funny.
Seamus would too, because he's a bit of a music connoisseur.
Let's give him the PowerPoint presentation.
Nah, dude, I'm using fucking what's it called? I'm using whatever the frick the weird presentation software is.
Premiere Pro?
No, what's the one that does all the spirals and stuff?
I don't know.
I almost said Etsy, but that's like that weird website that you buy crafts on.
Yeah. Well, we can discuss that during a break. For now, though,
Yes.
as Rua gets on the Griffin, you watch as he basically brings his left hand, his biological hand, over his face and brings it down to summon the helmet of his astral self. And as the Griffin begins to fly, you just hear Rua's voice boom out. And he's just saying like, "Yeah, you ugly, long thing, purple thing, ugly worm, whatever. You can't
Big ass
understand me
purple
anyway.
turd.
You can't understand me anyway, so I don't really care." And as he's like
Seamus shouts up,
shouting,
call it a big purple piece of shit.
"Big purple piece of shit." Rua is going to try and generate noise. I'm going to say, because his voice booms, how far is it again? It reaches up to, where is it now? He can amplify his voice that every creature within 600 feet can hear him.
Well, that's a king's power if I've ever heard of it.
He yells, hoots, hollers, makes obscene vocalizations in the direction of the purple worm. And I'm going to say he can have a charisma check with advantage to distract this. He needs it because he has a -1 to charisma.
Can I use Bardic Inspiration on him?
I was going to say, if any of you wanted to give him that before.
Yeah, I'm giving him Bardic Inspiration.
Okay.
Doesn't even need it, but that's cool.
It's a D8, right?
Yeah, it is.
26.
That better work.
The purple worm immediately turns in Rua's direction and begins to, for lack of a better term, worm its way over to him.
Would you say it's Morbs?
No.
It's not Morbin time yet, Jack. Come on.
Damn it.
Gotta get ready for Morbin time.
It makes its way over at 50 feet a turn.
It's not yet chromatic morbing time.
Where's the Griffin?
Oh, I love that.
Griffin. A Griffin rides at 80 feet. Yeah, that's fine. So it's never getting caught, really.
The Griffin rides at dawn.
Here's the music, by the way, Mel, for the current situation.
Alright.
As Rua continues to roar almost like a dragon, he leads the worm away, and how long do you decide to wait before you decide to continue on?
15 minutes. Maybe 5 minutes.
I mean, you could always use this opportunity to like plan things out. It depends. So I'll say
You
at the
mean
rate
like
that
short rest or?
I mean, you can short rest on the way because you're not physically moving the carts. You know, that's the
Oh,
people
but I need a long
outside.
rest to get my spell slots back.
Yeah, and it's not really late enough in the day where you can afford to sleep yet. Sorry, I could hear an emergency vehicle. So,
What'd you do, Kaido? What'd you do this time?
I can't tell you. I signed an NDA.
Well, whatever happens, I didn't do it. You can't prove that I did.
So, I'm gonna say, like, it only takes probably like a few minutes for Rua and the Griffin to be
Oh,
like,
damn, that is loud.
yeah, it's not even drove by yet. I think it's already gone. Yeah, it takes like probably 3 or 4 minutes for the purple worm to like be far enough that it physically would like, you know, it'd have to make such an about face to get to you that like it would be a very big commitment for it to stop chasing Rua.
I say give it another 5 minutes after that and maybe get underway again.
Mhm.
Because we
So-
don't.
Make
This
sure
is
we
not
won't
something.
distract it from Rua.
This is not something we want to take risks with.
I will say the car isn't so loud that Rua's would be drowned out. But, you know, there's the whole thing of just guaranteeing and, you know, preventing, you know, any hazards.
Yeah.
So you wait a bit more, and eventually the purple worm is so far, you actually really can't see Rua in the distance anymore.
Now, Kaido, would you call the purple worm a purple people eater as well?
I don't get the reference.
No, it's a grimace shake.
God damn it.
I mean, we don't have the grimace shake in the UK, so that all them jokes were like,
It was
I've
very
never even
it was a
tried the
very
grimace
confusing
shake, so I have
time.
no idea what it is.
It was
what's that now?
It was a very confusing time for us in the UK.
It's just a confusing time, not in the US.
Yeah. Like, what the fuck is this, and why do people care about it so much?
But anyway,
It's just
still
a
don't
meme.
know.
stupid TikToker trends aside,
Mhm.
I assume you continue once it's far enough.
Yeah. Rua
So-
catches up.
As you see Rua off, knowing that he is giving his life,
I was yeah.
risking his life to draw the purple worm away, you press on with purpose. Eventually, it gets to the point though where you see another wall form in the distance of, you know, the magic absorption barrier, and you begin to see it warble and fade away before the might of the beholder eye. However, what happens anyway is that you begin to see more mummies appear in the distance.
Oh, great!
I'm gonna make a roll to see how many appear. There are 12 mummies in the distance.
That's not a good number.
12?
Yes.
Ah, shit. I still don't have the lions, do I? It's still only been like 4 or 5 days since I summoned them?
Yep.
Fuck!
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm gonna bring the turn order out. I'm gonna ask you guys to roll.
Initiative?
Make sure to click your tokens, don't forget.
Initiativo! Hey, that's a good one.
Not a good one.
Oh my god, I got a good initiative roll!
Yeah,
Holy
damn.
fuck.
And I got a dog shit one.
Holy fuck.
So,
oh, how the turntables.
Seamus, what is your turn?
So there's 12 of them. How far away are they?
Why did you have to ask that question? Far enough. No. I'm gonna say, because again, this is theater of the mind. At the rate that.
Oh,
Sorry,
and a more important
dog was
question: are they all clustered together, or are they all spread out?
Good question. I'm gonna make a roll to decide how spread out they are. Only 2 of them. 1 second. Sorry, I need to call my mum's phone because she's misplaced it.
No worries.
So they
Been there, done
are.
that.
So only 2 are actually next to each other, in a sense where shatter matters.
Shatter matters. I love that rhyme. Okay. That being said, I think I will use shatter on those motherfuckers.
Let
The
me
2 that are close
actually-
together.
Yeah, 10 foot.
And they're how far away from me?
Actually, wait, yeah. Actually,
They're
that's
far.
the thing.
They're far.
Yeah, they're too far for shatter to reach.
But they're
that
close
doesn't
enough
stop you
for Eldritch Blast to reach.
Yeah,
right?
they're 100 feet-ish.
Are those 2 the closest ones?
Sure, why not?
Okay, so I'm gonna blast. Well, let's just blast one of them.
Mhm.
The closest possible one. That one misses, I'm sure.
I don't remember. Let me have a check.
I don't think a 9 is gonna hit them, dude.
No, their AC's 11.
Well, that one hits.
That hits. Also, why is roll 20?
There we go,
Why is
that's a strong
why is roll
start.
20 change the font?
I don't know.
I know, right? It's like Comic Sans right now.
It's not
Even
that I'm
Comic
complaining.
Sans looks better than this.
It just looks different. Not better or worse, just different.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's
I
max
guess
damage.
I guess they couldn't keep the original font since a lot of people quit on maths. You know, OGL
Dude,
stuff.
no, didn't you know that original font, that font was racist, so they had to change it?
No, if anything, they'd keep it and defend it.
But anyway,
My-
max damage on that motherfucker, and let's see.
Fuck
I'm
Mike
gonna
Mills.
use Bardic Inspiration on Dairon because they're the only ones with like a ranged attack, really, like a good ranged attack.
Oh, thanks.
A good ranged attack, Felix. Come on.
For him.
I've got Firebolt. That does a lot of damage to these mummies.
Okay, fine.
yeah.
I will give Bardic Inspiration to Felix.
So, you shoot the mummy in the face, it recoils its head back, and you actually see its head recoil so far back that its neck actually, like, is now 90 degrees.
And Seamus looks at the party and goes, "Boom! Headshot."
Aldane, what do you do?
I really can't do much because I don't have much in the way of ranged attacks, besides the spear. So,
Oh, dude, just cast Shield of Faith.
yeah, I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith on
Okay.
Dairon.
Okay. So, you do that. It's now
Mhm.
Turim's turn.
Oh, I also.
Oh.
Oh wait, no, Shield of Faith is a bonus action, I believe.
And I think
Yeah.
Javelin doesn't Javelin not reach far enough, or does it reach over 100 feet?
Does not reach that far.
Yeah.
Uh,
How do I know your moveset better than you, Jack?
I already knew the range of the javelin. I wasn't going to try it.
Uh-huh.
I think the range is 60 feet on it.
so,
Yep. Oh no, 120 is just very inaccurate. 30 feet is accurate.
Turin leans out and does some calculations in like the span of a few seconds because you know each turn takes like 6 seconds. Turin realizes that enough of them are in a line for them to use a lightning bolt with impurity. In fact, I'm going to make a roll to see how many Turin will actually be able to catch. I'm going to make it so. There's no point in making it a public roll because you won't understand my thought process with these rolls. Okay. So, Turim can actually catch 5 of them in a line with Lightning Bolt. One of them being the one that Seamus just hit. So, Turim's going to do just that. Turim is going to lightning bolt the shit out of 5 of them. And
How?
very good,
Holy
actually.
shit!
Ow.
Well, was the whistle too loud?
No.
Just that
I
damage.
didn't even hear the
That
whistle.
damage. Yeah, I didn't even hear a whistle.
Oh, I whistled. Sorry.
It was so high frequency that the microphone didn't even pick it up, dude.
That's
So-
possible.
Dog,
Yeah.
That's a dog whistle.
So the
Bark,
first
bark.
one got a natural 1, which means a 0. 7, 3. What is that? One of them passed with a crit, and the other one failed just enough to get hit. So only one of them takes half that damage.
That's a spicy meatball.
Half damage is still 17.
Yeah? So the one that Seamus struck is very near death. The rest of them are severely injured. Felix. This is your turn.
I'm just gonna firebolt one of the injured ones. Not the one that Seamus hit, but one of the ones still hit by the lightning bolt.
Sure.
Actually, I'll go for the one that seemed to pass the or seemed to
Yeah,
avoid.
there's one in particular you can see that isn't as like singed by the electricity.
So I'll go for that
Did they
one.
pass the vibe check, though?
That hits.
I think I'll go for the 19. Down.
8.
That's awful damage on a 2d10 roll.
It's still double damage.
I know.
So it's, 8 damage is damage. That's still 25 damage total.
Hmm.
That's like half the HP. Daron.
I'm muted. That explains so much. I will take aim and fire at one that was. I guess I'll take it. I'll take aim and fire at one that hasn't been hit yet.
Okay.
$21.
That does hit.
17, which is a dog shit roll.
2 1s on the sneak attack dice.
Mm.
And that's a natural 2 as well for the piercing damage.
Which
Ouch.
is saying something as that's a dog shit roll.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, as things leap around, the mummies begin to make their way over. At the rate these ones are moving at, you'll need to kill these within this round, or they're going to start, or you're going to maybe have to get out the cart. Because they're actually, like, dashing. Seamus.
Like 28 days later, or like World War Z dashing?
I haven't seen 28 days later.
Oh, those zombies would be at a full sprint, but not quite as fast as World War Z.
Well, these are slower than your average person.
Okay, so they're what? At this point, even if they
Because they-
dash, they're like 60 feet away, or are they further than that?
Yes.
60
bit
feet away?
above. Kind of, yeah.
Are
Yeah,
they bunched together at all?
So as some of them move together, you have enough where you could hit. Let me make a roll.
Please be 3 or 4. Please be 3 or 4.
Good number.
How many?
There's 5 of them.
Let's go, Shatter, baby. Close enough for Shatter, right? They're,
Yeah.
they're like about. Okay, good.
Yeah.
That's what I'm fucking talking about. Ooh. Do I do it? Do I do it? How,
You
how
go
through
injured
it.
are they looking? How injured are they looking?
So, most of the ones that got hit by the lightning bolt are in there. There's only one that wasn't hit by the lightning bolt. That's in
Fuck
that
it.
group.
Fuck it. Ah, damn it!
Damn, that's
Yes.
really unfortunate. A 3 and a 1.
I did it at 3rd level.
Right, let's make a roll. So that's 19 damage left to take.
Mm-hmm.
Fail, 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 and fail. They all failed.
Fuck yeah! I
Fun-
hope that kills
funnily
at
enough-
least 1 or 2 of them.
Funnily enough, the mummies don't have great constitution.
Mm-hmm.
So the one
Yeah, I
you
figured.
shot and the one that like Tarim, you know,
Lightning blast.
helped- yeah, that one's dead. But
Yay!
the rest are just severely injured. Like
Okay.
a scratch from like
So
an
now-
AoE or something would kill them.
I'm gonna use another bardic inspiration
Mhm.
for. I already gave one to Felix, so I'm gonna give one to Dairon.
I'll
Bardic
do.
inspiration.
Can spear toss one of them.
Shit, maybe I should have given it to Aldane. Fuck. All right,
Oh,
no
well.
going back now.
It is what it is.
Yes, I apologize, Aldane. I should have given it to you.
Mm-hmm.
No crying over spilt milk, though. Get it done. That's a good use of that one. I will admit.
I love the soundboard.
What's going on in your brain, Aldane?
I'm going to I'd be rolling at disadvantage if I tried to use my spear of returning.
But you have oh no, you don't have inspiration.
I do not
What, you
have
have-
inspiration.
You do have 2 attacks,
True.
so there is a margin for error.
Yeah. It is a 60-foot range, but I'm gonna go for the weakest one.
Okay,
So 17
number.
hits.
yeah. We take those. So you
Dueling doesn't
thro-
count, so just ignore that.
9. But you do this max damage on the piercing. That actually kills one of them.
Excellent. Bonus action return and throw it again.
Hits.
16. Excellent.
Max
Let's
damage again.
go!
Fuck yeah.
Hell
Another one
Atta
dead.
baby.
Alright. And that is my turn. I have to get it with my bonus action next turn, I guess.
Tarim looks around and just says, "Do we mind if we stop for a moment? I have an idea."
Okay.
Tarim leans out and points at one of the, the carriage riders,
The thingies.
and you watch as one of the carriage riders turns into a fucking T-Rex.
Oh man, I wish I had thought of that first.
So now I have to include a T-Rex.
It's a motherfucking T-Rex.
Motherfucking
No.
T-Rex.
No, no, no. Why do I do this to myself? Okay,
Alright.
one moment. No, no. Oh, good. Okay. Okay. We're so good. We're so fine. It's not Jova. Okay, we love to see it. Right. I'm fixing my campaign as I go along.
That sounds like normal DM activities.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, I'm gonna bring this NPC token out. Make it the correct size, because why not? Huge is like that, right? Yeah.
Huge,
So now-
enormous.
So now you have a T-Rex. I'm gonna roll their initiative. 5. Okay. The T-Rex starts after Dairon. But yeah, one of the carriage drivers becomes a fucking T-Rex and roars. And you watch as some of the mummies actually like pause. So that was Turum's turn. Yes, Turum doesn't really have a bonus action. Yep, there we go. Felix.
How many do you think I'd be able to catch in a 20-foot radius sphere?
I mean, you can hit all the ones that Seamus hit, along with. Let me make a roll. An extra 2, so like, you'd basically be able to hit 5.
5 out of how many are left?
3 have died, right? Yeah. So
5 out of
the
9.
big- Yeah.
That's worthwhile. Vitriolic sphere.
Okay. What's the 9 from?
I think that's the secondary damage.
Oh, yeah. Nope. No. 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 And no. So, 3 of them are dead. And 2 of them are hurt.
Right, and then they'll take that 9 damage at the end of their next turn.
Okay.
Good job.
Dairon.
Which of the how many zombies are left now?
That was another 3, so I think 6.
Yeah.
Okay, which one looks the least hurt?
There's one that hasn't been hurt at all.
Then I will hit. Then I will take aim and fire at that one.
Okay. Yeah.
20.
Good damage. Yeah.
Minimum
Shoot one of
damage on the
mummies and it-
minimum damage on the piercing though.
Yeah, well.
So the
Can't
T-Rex.
always get what you want.
So the T-Rex roars and begins to run forward, and will make one of its multi-attacks as it does a bite. For so one of the mummies is dead. And then the T-Rex goes for its tail attack. Damn.
Misses.
That was nearly a crit.
Ooh.
Can you not see the roll?
No, I saw the roll. I just it was small,
Okay.
so I didn't notice it for a second.
Yeah. And then. So it's going to attack one of the weak ones and kill it. So that's another 2 down. So, now that it sleeps back round, some of the mummies are going to strike at your T-Rex friend. Let me see. So, mummy. That's a miss. A miss. And another miss. Okay. Seamus, it's your turn.
So, are the 2 that got hit by that survived the vitriolic sphere alive?
Yeah.
Okay, so they obviously take the 9 damage.
So, how close together are these motherfuckers right now?
Enough that it would be very hard to use Shatter and not clip the T-Rex. To be fair, you would know from Turum telling you that basically.
Well, I would know from having transformation or whatever it's called.
Polymorph.
With polymorph, I know that even if the health runs out of the T-Rex, they just revert back to their original form, right?
Yeah, so it wouldn't be too bad to do it.
So I'll use Shatter on whoever's in that area.
Okay, you can hit.
How many? How many of them will I hit? 2?
I'm gonna say 2.
Out of how many that are left?
I think it's 5 left.
I like those odds.
Not before, because the T-Rex killed 2 of them.
Okay.
Even with a pass, they'll both die.
Yes! That's a good fucking roll for Shatter, too. Holy cow. That's that's only at
else?
2nd level. That's 2 max rolls out of 3. Love it.
I will say they'll probably die very soon, so you shouldn't really need to worry about inspiration for now.
Alright, if you insist.
Especially because don't forget it's a 10-minute timer, and
Yeah.
Aldane.
Yeah. Well, bonus action, return my spear. And how many are left?
2.
Alright, I'm a spear 1. With the spear returning.
It's
Excellent. Not as much damage this time.
not dead, unfortunately.
And I use my second action to return the spear.
I mean, you already bonus actioned.
Well, can I use an action to return the spear?
I'm gonna say no.
Okay. I'll just use a regular javelin then.
Yeah.
The DM is a cruel mistress.
Ah, yes, the GM that's very generous 9 times out of 10.
I know, I'm just fucking with you, kind
I
of.
know.
Alright,
Yeah, that hits.
I'm gonna guess that 25 hits.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go, max damage.
So you kill the one you were attacking, leaving 1 left. Turum is going to firebolt the final one, and it's dead.
Yep.
Yay!
Alright, I'm going to return my spear now that the action's over.
Yep.
Well, that was annoying.
I'm going to find some new music.
But none of us took any damage besides the T-Rex.
Turum actually does end the spell. The soldier pulls out the javelin and the spear of returning that Aldane threw and passes them to him.
Thank you.
They actually do say they're going to do a swap. So they're going to swap the guards around who are pushing it. So you'll have an opportunity to get a short rest.
And I'll use a roll for Song of Rest. I think it's a D8, but let me double check.
You can cut the music for now, Mill, while I find another one.
Alright.
Yeah. Oh, it's a D6 because I think I'm still at 8th level.
Here we go, I'll use this.
Yeah, I'll roll a D6. So if anybody wants to use hit die, shit. Sorry, didn't mean to do that.
There we go. Okay. So
Just in case anybody does want to get any health back, I don't think we got hurt at all, but you get to add 3 to your first hit dice.
That's fine.
Yeah. And I think I also get my Bardic Inspiration back on a short rest, so I'm gonna do that. I just don't get my spell slots back, which I'm really kind of still mad about.
It do be like that sometimes.
Yeah. Are we gonna get a long rest between now and Santusk? Or between now and when we hit the mark?
Yeah.
Good. Okay,
Yeah.
because I'm gonna need those spell slots back. If only I could use Stormlight.
Oh, you've been reading Stormlight Archives, Dylan?
I have. I'm still in the first book, but I'm like almost done with it.
You're still in Act 4, right?
I'm at Act 4 of Book 1, yeah.
Speaking of books, I got spoiled on Cradle.
Oof.
I hope it wasn't one of us.
No, someone else.
Okay, that's good. Well, not good for you, but I'm glad none of us spoiled it for you.
I learned about Lyndon versus the Dream Kitten.
Ah, okay.
Ah, that's fun.
I don't even have the fucking book.
Oh, sorry, Kaido.
I still only have up to Reaper. I've just not been reading lately for Cradle.
Oh,
I've just been doing other things. But yes, anyway, so I'm gonna call a break actually if we want, just because it's a breaking universe, so
alright, sounds good.
we'll call a break and then we'll continue
All right.
Alright.
soon.
I've been playing Cassette Beast recently. That's been a lot of fun.
I still
been
need
playing-
to play Spider-Man Miles Morales.
Good.
That's also very good.
I've been playing more Chained Echoes.
Nice.
I'm at the point where I've got my party of 6, and I'm like on my way to the next city to do the
Uh-huh.
Adventurers Guild stuff. Like still very early into the game, but I'm really enjoying it. Got my ass kicked by some veggies on a skewer.
Mm.
But yeah, otherwise no, I'm having a really good time with it. I love the dialogue. It is really fun. I've also just been playing more Final Fantasy XIV. I'm just waiting for the next patch, because this current patch has been really like okay and only okay.
Mm.
To be fair, this new raid thing has been really good. This new raid story.
Raid Shadow Legends?
Imagine. Yeah, I actually teared up from it because it was really good.
What do you mean teared up?
Like cried.
Oh.
It was really good. The ending of it.
Oh, good. Is it? This is the FF4 theme one, right?
No, that's the main. That's the MSQ.
Okay.
The raid story is based loosely around 2 because it's got Pandemonium.
Oh, right. Okay.
But yeah, I really enjoyed it. Sets up some very interesting implications. I'm mostly just looking forward to the next MSQ patch because it looks really good. And I really want to get the new Eorzea Encyclopedia,
Mhm.
knowing that Reen has actually taken Thancred's surname. Because that's one of the pages they previewed. I do love Reen. She's a gem.
Rena is great. Did you do her special raid quest?
Yeah, the Eden story. Yeah.
I love her interplay with Gaia. It's adorable.
Yeah, I'm just glad that like, Reen's found her girlfriend.
Yeah, right?
One of my favorite memes is Fankred saying, "My God, my daughter's fucking gay. Good for her. Good for her."
At least she can find love.
But yeah, I actually am really enjoying the MSQ story as well. It's really well done. I much prefer it to the main Endwalker story. 'Cause I actually didn't really like the main Endwalker story very much. I liked bits of it, but it felt very inconsistent. But I'm looking forward to the next Spider-Man. I'm really interested to see where things go with that. Since Dylan brought up Miles Morales.
Morales.
I mean, the game I beat the game recently, and it's like it's very by the numbers in terms of its story, but it's competently done.
It's good
So
for an
that-
interquel.
Yeah,
Like it's not meant to be like, oh yeah, it's not meant to be Spider-Man 2. It's like Spider-Man 1.5, and I'm fine with that.
right.
And I'm always down for more Miles Morales content.
Exactly. I'm in the same boat as you, so like it's just
Like,
like, yep.
I really enjoyed Spider-Verse. Have we all seen Spider-Verse, by the way?
I haven't seen the next one yet.
Oh, so you've not seen 2?
No.
Across the Spider-Verse, okay. I was gonna talk about it, but it's fine. All I'm gonna say, I wish the film had ended sooner. I think the movie should have ended like 2 or 3 minutes earlier.
You think the ending part was not very good?
The ending felt like they were scrambling to be like, oh, this is going to end too soon. We need to actually put a cliffhanger when like there was at least 2 things where a good cliffhanger could have been. I'm gonna share in the Rabbit server Spider-Verse spoilers where I feel like the movie should have ended at. So Dylan doesn't.
I will
see.
not look at it yet. I don't even
Uh,
look at the Rabbit server, to be honest.
Otherwise, though, I really love the film. Hobie's the goat.
Hobie is the goat.
Helps that he's British, so of course I'm going to connect with him. There we go. But yeah, I think like on a technical scale, it's fantastic. It's just a bit more awkward knowing that people were crunched and like severely overworked.
Yeah, that's not great.
People shouldn't need to bleed for their craft.
No.
If you're going to bleed for your craft, don't make other people suffer along with you. Do that yourself. Because I don't personally believe having to suffer for your work makes it inherently better. Like, it should already be, I'm of the opinion you should be giving your workers a fair wage and letting them only work what they have to work. And that being fair hours that aren't too long anyway. Maybe that's controversial. I'm sorry if me wanting workers to be treated fairly.
No,
is,
I don't think anybody should ever have to be overworked. I mean, if anything, like you said, they should want to be overworked for their craft.
Yeah,
Does that
but
make
again,
sense?
there shouldn't be an expectation to do that, and you shouldn't be forced to do that. Personally,
No,
if you're going to overwork
exactly.
yourself, you should be the head of your project if you're going to do that, or you should be the only one working on that project if that's going to happen. Because otherwise,
Yeah.
it can set a precedent of like, oh, Thomas is doing more hours than you. You should be doing that as well. And it's like, well, Thomas can do whatever the fuck he wants. He's a fucking idiot that like will give more for getting less.
Yeah, and that's the thing is, I mean, you either do more for someone higher up than you, or do more because you find fulfillment in it. And the latter case is very much more the rarity than it's more the exception than the rule, I think. Does that make sense?
Yeah, of course.
Like
But again,
some people really do enjoy that work and enjoy doing extra work. Like their work is their solace, but it's definitely more the exception than the rule.
But even then, like, you should still be able. You still need to have that level of awareness to know when you stop, when you need to pull back and stop overworking yourself to prevent burnout or genuine physical breakdown or mental
Like
breakdown.
Oda is a great example of this. Like Oda overworks himself so much to the point where he gets sick, and I don't think that's necessarily right.
I mean, Kentaro Miura was even like, there was stories of him like how he would go pixel by pixel through some of his work. And like, I admire the devotion to the craft, but it gets to the point where it is unhealthy.
Oh,
Yeah,
Mira?
exactly.
Yeah, and we shouldn't be commending or even praising or
Overwork.
creating a culture around grinding for your passions. Even if it's your dream job or you love working on something, you should still need to pull back sometimes because
It's very American.
I think it's
So
just it's not even American, it's a thing all across the world.
Japan has a very, very bad culture for overwork. They have a word for death by overwork in Japan, which
Well, I think
says
some
a
of
lot.
that. I think some of that is from American influence.
I think it's
No.
just in general.
No.
That's on them.
It's a concept that happens across the world, you know. Like, I'm currently having to deal with my higher ups putting more work on me and my colleagues, and they're only asking us after the fact when they do things because they know if we say no and don't like it, they'll be like, well, tough, and then, you know, that'll create bad morale in the group.
And
Mhm.
just bad
It's just,
vibes.
it's just easier to do it and then be like, oh, what do you think of this? You know, we've already
I
done
mean,
it.
I
It's
got a
too
fun
late.
story for you guys with like my old job that I just left at the physical therapy clinic, where we had a new PT, and the new PT wanted to start like loading up his schedule more and more, and he would, I mean, regularly we see about 50 patients a day at our clinic, and the new PT was trying to, I guess, catch up with our more experienced PT, who was the owner of the company, who like he had a system down where he could see regularly like 30 plus patients a day, and it would be smooth, like quick, like clockwork, and it would be easy because we all knew the system. But he was trying to like force his system on us, and his system had no sense to us. So he would try to see 20 patients a day, and it would feel like twice the work of seeing 30 patients from our other PT because he did things so differently. And he just felt like he could just force it and catch up, and it just ended up making all of us overworked. And we were like, hey, dude, be reasonable. Find your system first, and then when that system works and it's efficient and you can get that done without overtaxing us, then we can start talking about that. And I think that's a big issue. It's like you gotta at least get the system down to be efficient first before you can start forcing that efficiency. And even then, it shouldn't feel like forcing the efficiency. It should just feel like, oh, shit's running so smooth. We could see a few extra patients today. We see 5 extra patients today because we're working so efficiently. Like, it's got to make sense before you try to do that. I don't know if that makes sense. But yeah.
I get you. It's definitely one of those where, like, again, you know, I'm of the opinion workers should get paid more for doing less. I think people already work far more than they should. I think 9 to 5 is an archaic system that was bad when it initially came into being and is still bad now. I just think people are so used to what is the expected norm that people aren't willing to acknowledge that the current system of working in general is bad. And I think people are too afraid to accept things are bad. And that, you know, we should be working and looking to improving work for everyone as a whole. Such as, you know,
I'm a big fan of quality over quantity. Like, if we have quality work over the quantity of work, I think that that's much better for just economy in general.
Well,
like, because there's too many products nowadays that are built for quantity rather than quality. That's why shit breaks down so easily nowadays.
It's one of those where, like, I'm of the opinion that, hey, if the norm was to start at 10 a.m. and still finish at 5 p.m., see how that works. Oh, people are still feeling overworked. Well, how about a 4 p.m. finish as well?
Bro, you
Odd-
should really check out Spain and Spain's culture.
I
Like
was
that's
gonna
something
say, I
that
know, like, Europe.
Yeah.
I know Europe. I know a lot of places in Europe are a lot more lax with stuff like that.
Yeah, Spain especially, because they have the siesta in the middle of the day. You can take a break from your work, take a
mean, that
nap, go get a real meal.
I'm really glad that, for the sake of authenticity, when it came to developing Skyrim and the schedules of Skyrim characters, Todd Howard decided to clearly take inspiration from Europe, and that they open at fucking 11 p.m. to 11 a.m. or 12 p.m. noon, and then they fucking end early. Like, Skyrim, why? Anyway.
Is everyone back? Can we get?
I'm back.
Yeah.
Yep.
Actually, I'm gonna go for a sec. I'm gonna get
Oh,
myself
no.
a beer.
I see.
Goddamn
Yes, don't
alcoholic.
worry, it will take 1 second.
It's
One
fine.
Mississippi. You're not back yet.
I can continue to propagate more anti.
You are the reason that American politics and economics are going so poorly, Jack.
No, I'm not. What the? You bitch.
Damn, Jack's trends. What? I didn't know.
Nah, I'm
That-
not.
That feels like the I know you guys actually live on that landmass where you've got Ron DeSantis, but like,
Fuck that guy.
it's really sad because I know quite a few people who live in Florida who are like cis, like white men, and it's still heartbreaking that they have to like see people they know and care about
That's
suffer under
offensive.
that. And oh yeah, I forgot because Elon Musk has banned the word cis.
Yes, this is offensive.
I mean, Elon Musk also couldn't fight Mark Zuckerberg, so he has no leg to stand on.
Oh, did that
would've been
fall
such
through?
a
Are they
close
not going to
call.
do that?
No,
Elon-
Elon's mommy pulled him out.
Yeah, Elon Musk's mother was like, "No, he can't do it."
That's annoying. I actually wanted that fight to happen. Honestly, because I think, well, here, think logically. Think logically here. Most fighting sports are done by weight class, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mark Zuckerberg weighs about 150 pounds.
He's also
Right.
trained in martial arts.
Yes, he
Yeah.
is, but that's beside the point. I'm talking like the rules
Yeah.
of most fighting sports. If they were to do even like a jiu-jitsu match, which is what Zuckerberg is trained in, Elon Musk weighs like 70, 80 pounds more than Mark Zuckerberg. Which just like, even if Elon Musk won that, there would be so many people saying that like, oh, he was like, Zuckerberg was fighting way out of his weight class. It was honorable for him to do that. Like, it wouldn't have worked because they just do not weigh anywhere close to the same amount of
I
weight.
think we
and
should
that
just have
like
more
in
billionaires
fighting
beating the
sports,
shit out of each other.
I would have loved that. I honestly would have loved that. Just billionaires beating the shit out of each other because I hate both of them. I don't like Elon Musk and I don't like Mark Zuckerberg, so it would have been hilarious.
I know anyone who likes both of them, or either.
I don't know many people who like either one of them, and most of the people that I know that like one or the other, they tend to like Elon Musk more than Zuckerberg, but that's not really an
They're
issue to
both
me.
awful people.
I know.
They're both
someone.
billionaires. They both got there by exploiting the workforce. So
And Musk particularly got there by being born into wealth from apartheid emerald mines.
Yep.
That's true. That too.
But again, like Elon Musk earned his wealth on his own, right? That's what he said.
Yeah, with a small loan of $1 million or something like that. Yada yada.
Zuckerberg, you can make not quite the same argument, but you can make the argument that he got to where he was wealth-wise by fucking over all his friends that built the company with him. So neither one got there morally. Neither person got into the position of wealth and power that they are through moral action and moral living.
Yeah.
That's my issue with it.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as a justified billionaire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No such thing. Yeah. No, nobody gets $1 billion through entirely moral means.
Honestly, we should just have a system where once you hit $1 billion, you don't make any more money after that. You just get a certificate saying you won capitalism, and you get to keep everything below $1 billion, but everything else you make has to go to like the government or charity or whatnot.
But what if he wants a new Bugatti?
No, he has to sell a capitalism certificate. Damn it!
I want a Bugatti though. What color is your Bugatti?
I love this meme.
I'm
so-
sorry. I'm a shit poster, guys. Don't take anything I say seriously. There.
No, I mean, sorry to maybe hijack this, but fuck conservatives.
Mhm.
You know,
Oh,
fuck.
hey, I
you
know a lot of
now-
conservatives that are just hardworking
He
good
means
people.
British
So
conservatives,
please
Dylan.
don't. Oh,
Just
British. Okay,
particularly.
American conservatives.
American
They have their-
conservatives can also suck an egg sometimes. A lot of the time.
Most of the time.
American
The more
conservatives
outspoken
are-
ones, yes, but the ones that just
But the thing
put
is,
their
like,
head
Dylan,
downs and
they're-
do their work and they make the money for their
Let's
family.
not
I don't think we should shit
let's
on
not do this now. Can we just get back to the session?
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, politics is
So,
not a fun time.
let's move on from dealing with real life tyrants and deal with.
Let's
a
go back to
political one.
fantasy. Woo!
So, so you've had a short rest.
Mm-hmm.
It's starting to get a bit darker now at this point with all the traveling you're doing, with the, making your way over. In the distance, you don't see anything coming your way in terms of like enemies. You also see a new set of guards swapping places with each other, to give the other ones a break, to get home or like have a rest. Because you can't just have the same 4 people pushing the cart, especially when this is taking more than one day to get there.
Yeah.
In the heat,
Mm-hmm.
So you are. Let me actually, just as a reminder, because I'd like to remind, just for the sake of, just for you guys, especially. Definitely not only me. Definitely not for me. I definitely don't need the reminder.
Mm-hmm.
Round its 50 miles would be about 2 days and change. So yeah, this is going to take a bit. So you can continue to use the same music mill if you weren't, by the way.
Yeah, no, it's still playing.
Okay. So, you watch as the next set of soldiers get ready to push the carts. You've had your rest, and things begin to move along. Do you want to talk to each other at any point during this, since there's a lull in action?
Oh, so capitalism. No, I'm kidding.
When do you think Rue will rejoin us?
Hopefully soon, though I worry about him.
Mm.
He's the type of idiot to just not take himself into consideration.
He pushes himself hard, sometimes too hard.
Mm-hmm.
But part of that is what gives so many people so much respect for the guy. So I guess we can't blame him for it too much. But hopefully he'll make his way back to us soon enough.
Yeah, but sometimes you gotta know when to run from a battle. And Rua doesn't tend to have that sense of self-preservation sometimes.
I say we trust him to
No, yeah, I'm just...
get his way back to us. He promised he would, so I say we trust his promise.
Just openly musing.
Right.
As
I was just gonna say. I
We
think
did a
that's
long or
everything.
short rest, remind me.
Short.
yeah, the short
Thought
one.
so. I took no damage, so I'm fine. I just need to recharge a spell slot.
You actually have a
that
really bad cough, Jack, and you've hurt your throat.
No.
You lose 50 HP. The cough is that bad.
Jesus Christ.
Is
You
it
also,
whooping
you
cough?
also,
Turns out,
you also,
turns out you have late onset asthma and you've triggered it really badly.
also you kind of strained your shoulder throwing the javelin. Take another 50 hit points off.
No, you're not the GM. It's actually 60 points. Anyway, as you're sort of just sat down, you do. Turim actually does lift the head up and just say like, "Rua should be fine." When we were doing the rehabilitation, we were trained. He was being trained by our crew and Oryx, so he is a lot more capable than you might be able to give him credit for. Still, wouldn't say he can definitely. He's definitely still can't handle a purple worm, but
Hmm.
And most people?
Akira probably could.
I said
Oryx could.
most people.
I mean, they are people, right?
But they're
Yeah,
not
but
most
I mean,
people.
I wonder if the
they're
Black Knight
not-
could, though.
Probably.
Hmm.
I wouldn't put it past that guy.
Hmm. And they just sort of lower their head and go back to reading the book.
Gotta love them books.
So, as you're sort of continuing along, eventually you begin to feel another shake in the ground. You feel what seems to be an earthquake. You watch as the guards stop until the ground begins to stabilize. And you hear the guards talking to each other about what's going on, mentioning how things are getting worse. You know, how hoping things will be sorted soon before, eventually continuing along. And as things move along, you're doing how do I describe it? You're in the cart, the guards are moving along. You eventually start to see night beginning to sort of creep in. The sky's getting darker, it's beginning to get later. The soldiers do tell you that, and just to let them know when you're resting. And what they'll do is, it's up to you guys whether you want to stop moving, or whether you would want them to continue along while you sleep. The only thing is, while you stop moving, there's a greater chance of you not being attacked during the night, but that means you won't be making any progression in the direction of the pyramid. Whereas, if you keep moving, you might get attacked during the night, but you'll be on your way. But if you get attacked at any point during the night, your long rest will be on pause.
I say we press forward unless we have a severe enough deficit in spell slots or health.
I have a severe enough deficit in spell slots.
Well, then you can stay asleep while if we need to fight.
Yay!
I mean, I would say that Seamus wouldn't really be able to sleep with the noise.
Aww.
It'd be one of them, it'd be too ruckus, because if they start attacking the cart, then Seamus wouldn't be able to sleep. Or anyone, really.
But I still think we should keep moving forward.
That is 2 against 2, unless Darren and Seamus agree.
I'm fine with whatever.
Ah, okay. Being the coward, the centrist, I see.
Okay, fine. We should just keep moving. The longer we stall, the more issues will happen.
Okay. Tie is broken. If there was any to begin with, which there wasn't. So, as you guys continue along, it gets to the point where during the night... Actually, no, wait. Ignore that. Again. Roll a D100, specifically you.
Oh boy.
Again.
I'm rolling it.
8.
Oh no.
Yes, PN8, the Ocho.
Please.
So in the distance, you begin to see something large and purple
Oh, fuck me.
writhing in the... I'm joking, no, it's not a purple
I was
worm.
gonna say,
A half-chewed Rua is in its mouth.
Well, that answers that question.
No, instead, so what happens is, you see a single mummy in the distance. clad in, how do I describe this? In like jewelry and assorted things, like accessories. Still covered in bandages, but it's not to the. They look a bit more better kept compared to the other mummies.
Wait, I don't understand. What?
So there's a single mummy in the distance looking ready to have a fight.
Okay.
This mummy's covered in jewelry and looks better than. It looks more dangerous than the other mummies that you fought so far.
I don't trust this. Are we asleep or?
It's getting late at night. What's the plan, guys?
How far away is it right now?
I want to say about. I want to say like a couple 100 feet.
Right.
But it's the only life form you see in the distance.
I mean,
I don't like this.
we should attack it, right?
Probably.
I mean, we have to wait for it to get in range, but
I'm gonna aim, like, bonus action aim my crossbow.
You begin to hear it murmur the words, "The slab."
No, we run. We run right now.
The Slav?
The slab is what I was gonna say. It's a Courage the Cowardly Dog reference.
Oh.
And again might appreciate it. Oh.
I was like, nope, we're not doing this today. Nope.
Not today!
Not today, Satan. Not today.
Mm-hmm.
But no, it's just stood there, like
Well done. Well done.
I guess menacingly would be the best way to describe this, is because yeah, it just stood there like, you know,
Menacingly?
yeah, you know. So what's the plan, gentlemen?
Kill it. Kill it with fire.
What's your approach, though?
I'm gonna let the actual tacticians of the party do this.
I mean,
So what's the idea, guys?
Turum and I can hit it from 120 feet away.
I guess I'll have to tank.
I'm gonna, as soon as it gets in range of my crossbow, I will hit it.
Actually, before you do, Darren, do you think if I use Produce Flame, we could maybe give you, like, flaming crossbow bolts?
I don't know if it'll work like that because my. Actually,
I
Would
mean,
that
hey,
work?
it's just a thought.
I mean, my bolts are made out of metal.
I mean, we couldn't set the bolts on fire, but maybe we could, I don't know, tie some
Do you not have
fabric to it.
oil?
Yeah, we probably have some oil.
Do you guys not have phones?
Let me check my pack.
I have oil. Hold on.
Oh yeah, I have 2 flasks of oil.
Yeah, same. I have 1 flask of oil.
I also have a vial of perfume.
I mean, you can make the mummy smell nice,
Mm.
I guess.
Dyron's gonna take some cloth and then dip it in some oil. for when we're ready. Like to get ready for when we're fighting, when we get in range of that thing.
Give me a perception check, anyone who wants to. Like, as you look in the direction of this mummy. I'm just gonna...
Not a great perception. At least Dairon has good perception.
So, you look at the mummy more, and I assume, do you describe the appearance of it?
Yeah.
Like, to the group?
Yes.
So, as you describe it more and more, mention how, like, it seems to be... You notice it seems to have a staff, actually. Like a
Bravo.
spellcasting staff.
It's a spellcaster.
A fucking
guys.
wizard zombie? That seems like
And
cheating.
You see the guards, and they actually mention that's the sound of a mummy lord to me. Give me Arcana for a mummy lord, the people who want to. I know Gen as the player is like...
I got a 1 and a 20.
Duality of man.
Duality of man, indeed.
Durham will also make an Arcana roll.
Nope.
Sheesh. I haven't got to this chapter in the book. So, with Felix being the best at Arcana, so a mummy lord is typically like they usually watch over temples or tombs protected by lesser undead. However, because of the clear disturbance of the land, it's very likely that this mummy lord has been awoken, probably to be made use of by your enemy that you're trying to get to.
Oh, good.
Mummies have some of these as the following spells. A mummy typically has, a mummy lord, I should say, normally has access to Command, Guiding Bolt, and Shield of Faith in terms of first level spells. Yeah?
Yeah.
Hold Person, Silence, and Spiritual Weapon, Animate Dead, and Dispel Magic for third level spells.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to say that's all you really know.
Right.
You also know that what's some else? These will have the same abilities as mummies, which include their Dreadful Glare and Rotting Fist. However, you also know mummy lords can often blind people with with dust and sand storms, and can utter blasphemous words that can stun people. There are other effects they can do, but you don't remember what else they can use yet.
Think there's any chance it'll just let us go?
Unlikely.
Ah, yes, let's reason with the undead monster.
Should work.
Hey, you never know.
If we say we're not threatening its tomb, it might let us go.
We're not here to threaten its tomb.
Yeah.
Like we're
It doesn't know that.
No, you're threatening probably its master's tomb.
Mm-hmm.
That's no.
That's Turin, by the way, saying that snarky comment.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, unless we go around it, but it might chase us. And can we really afford the deviation?
We really
Remember-
can't.
can we afford to, take the potential hit of fighting another mummy lord?
I mean, so the mummy that you'll actually be fighting, the main villain of this current bit of the story, is like over a day away.
Hmm.
So you'll have time to get there and hopefully rest.
But
Hopefully.
it's a question of, would it be quicker to take the detour or fight the mummy lord?
If we fight the Mummy Lord, we'll all be drained, is the thing. We don't want to go into that,
Well,
the bigger fight drained.
God says we'll have a chance to rest, so...
We'll have a chance to rest, and might as well take out the Mummy Lord so it's not an issue after we fight the big boss.
You guys have been talking to your deities again?
Gay.
I haven't.
Gay.
Just RNGesus.
Look, if you guys want to fight the mummy lord, I'll obviously help out, but...
Can I try to insight the mummy lord?
Not from this distance, I'm going to say.
Okay.
You would need to be potentially in danger range. What is
Okay.
it you're actually trying to insight?
Well, I'm trying to get a sense of it, like,
Intent.
yeah, like, more like, is it trying to bar us, like, is this a situation where, like, how to describe it? Like, you know how some people have, like if you're walking down a road, you can tell if someone's like, you can get a sense of, like, oh, this person has an off vibe. Even from
Yeah.
a distance, right? Like,
I mean, so I'm going to say anyway, like, it's a mummy, one of many you fought.
uh-huh.
It's in between you and your destination, seemingly on purpose.
Okay.
And also it's like it's not presenting a friendly vibe because it's not like waving overhead as if to be like, yeah, I'm actually a good person, or you can talk, I can talk even.
Hmm.
Just based on context and laying it out for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's possible it might be willing to talk, but whether it's willing to actually... 'cause bearing in mind, it could also be one of those where, like, yes, it is willing to talk, but you'll have to do something you won't like to get past. Because that seems to be a common theme anyway of a lot of people you end up speaking with who are your enemies. Also, if this was willing to avoid fighting you, it probably wouldn't be stood in your path.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'll obviously join the fight if you want to fight it, but... I prefer we at least try and bypass it.
I mean, do we have a choice?
It's up to you guys. You can try to avoid it, but...
As I said, I'm leaving it up to the other members, so...
I say we try to avoid it because I'm trying to get those spell slots back in the long rest.
Well, if we get a long rest afterwards, then it won't really matter.
It's getting late anyway, so we'll be heading off to sleep probably by the time this is done anyway. Or
Let's
at the
take
very
care
least-
of it then.
Well, on the plus
Terribly-
side, it doesn't know
All
counterspell,
right,
so...
who wants to become a T-Rex for a little bit?
Just a reminder, Felix, it does know the Dispel Magic spell.
Yeah, it does know dispel magic, but it doesn't know counterspell.
That you know of.
That I know of, to be fair. But you didn't say counterspell.
You only know
so...
You only know the spells it typically has.
Hmm.
And not even all of its spells that it typically has. Unfortunately, as with any game, roll bad means,
Hmm.
To be fair, you rolled the best of the group, and it's no one's fault that, like, the roll wasn't amazing,
Hmm. So are we fighting it?
Guess so.
Guess we might as well,
Alright.
so we can sleep more peacefully at night.
Yep.
So, what is the marching order going? Let me get back to the map, the world map even. The marching order is going across this way. Decide how... The map is wide enough that you could all be in, like, a line together going, like this wide, if you really wanted.
I don't think we
Or
want.
one of you could, like, hide behind the other. It's really up to you.
I will hide behind, I mean support Darren.
Okay.
I'll be in front, as per usual.
Make sure to move yourselves into a position you want to be in.
I'm in the position I should be in.
Okay. Are we just doing single file?
Apparently so.
Mm-hmm.
Are we all fine with this? It's like a RPG party.
Leroy Jenkins?
Imagine.
If you want to charge up to the mummy lord, go ahead.
Leroy! So, I'm going to bring you onto the map. Look to the far right for where you guys are. Do you
Oh
see
boy, oh
yourselves on the
boy, oh
map?
boy.
Yep.
I'm also giving you the music, by the way.
Is that the guy right over here, the Mummy Lord?
No, he's just some random Joe Schmo.
Well, I don't know if
Yeah.
he's a regular mummy or the Mummy Lord, because a lot of the boss
He's
monsters are like super big.
He's the only person you see right now. So
We see
there is
right
a
now.
150 feet distance between you and them. As you are there, the only thing accompanying you in terms of noise is the sound of the wind and your own, like, breathing. You hear the Mummy Lord begin to call out, "We can't let you go further."
Of course not.
Is there any reason you can't, or is it just personal preference?
My master demands that you fail here.
I
Okay,
think
cool.
you should have more respect and be your own boss.
My master has promised me untold riches and glory if I'm to stop you.
Cool.
Can you offer a better bargain than that?
I mean, does self-respect have a price?
No, it clearly does not.
Do you want
I
all the
just
other
think-
mummy lords to laugh at you because you're under one of your own kind? Believe in yourself more. You could do your own thing, which, doesn't involve stopping us. Carve out a patch of your own nice desert.
Why should you feel indebted to this person when you can just claim it for yourself? You know?
Why are
Seize
we?
the day.
What is happening?
My master has lived and died in a society. Words. Words aren't coming to me as a person.
We live in a society.
My master has lived and died, and in the time that I served under him, his power was immeasurable. The world would only be a better place with him in it. And it is my duty to serve under him and provide as much as I can to ensure that his reign is long and glorious.
I gotta be honest, I think you're being taken advantage of. He's taking all the credit for the work you do.
Give me a persuasion check, Felix.
Can I help on it since I chimed in?
Sure.
Oh, I don't even care that that was a not great roll. It's still funny.
Yeah.
You make a compelling argument.
I sense a butt coming.
However,
Or a however. I guess it doesn't matter.
I assume you also have people you are fiercely loyal to you, do you not?
Not really.
Meanwhile, Brewer is actually leading a fucking colossal worm away from you guys.
Yep.
Yeah, no, can't think of anyone I'm like truly loyal to.
The
No
rest
one really
of you
comes to
don't
mind.
have someone you serve or believe in?
We have people we believe in, but it's a relationship of equals. We are asked to do things, not demanded.
My master does not demand, he asks.
You said he demanded earlier. I know you did.
That was a poor wording choice.
Was it though? Was it?
He may frame it like a question, but if you believe it's a demand, that's the way he's trying to frame it.
I will not hear any more of your trickery and deceitful words. My belief in my master runs deeper than any loyalty you could ever feel for another person.
You're in love with him?
I never said that.
You said your
Alright.
loyalty runs deeper than most people.
That
That's what that
doesn't mean-
means.
That doesn't necessitate love.
I mean, I think I love my friends platonically, of course, but you know, so
Enough.
if you've got a deeper loyalty, surely is it deeper than this platonic love that I have for my friends?
Enough. This is non-negotiable. Unless you want to leave your weapons behind and leave to never be seen again, we are at an impasse.
Did you say we could pass? Okay, that's great. That's good. That's good. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your courtesy, good
Yeah.
sir. We'll be on our way. Thank you very much.
Yeah, we won't bother you any longer. It's fine.
You, mouthy one, will be the first to die.
Okay, that's a quick escalation.
Ah,
Oh, it's so worth it.
Yep.
You know, I think
So
we're
we
on
haven't killed this
different
guy yet, or what?
wavelengths here.
Oh, okay, so this is what Rolly got on the initiative.
Oh boy.
Oh, okay. Darn.
Where the hell is my token?
Well, you can eat shit.
There's my token.
Where is the thing? There it is.
Oh, what?
That's a nat
Oh, damn.
20, baby!
Damn. I need to click on Turim.
Wait, huh?
Everyone actually rolled really well.
Where's that +1 coming from, Jack? Why have you rolled?
I don't know.
Why have you rolled 2d20s?
So it's
I
because
did-
he has
I-
advantage. He has advantage.
Ah,
So because
okay.
of what it's doing, because of the rolling of advantage, it's doing 6 or 1. That's why it's red, because it's counting the net 1 that he got
Okay.
as well.
Okay, so
Yeah,
I
you got-
rolled
This guy's
16,
far.
so I got
So
15.
he got 16 minus 1,
Yeah.
which puts him at that.
Yeah, we all really rolled well.
So it's Turim's turn.
Shit, he ain't even in range of my Eldritch Blast.
So, Turim is going to do a thing.
Julie, do the thing.
Turim is going to move over to Aldane. Or not even move over. He just says, Aldane, I believe in you. As they cast haste on Aldane.
Oh yeah, that fun spell.
Okay, that's
Aldane, you're
that's
sounding
the
more
turn.
evil than the Mummy Lord right now.
It's time to roid up Aldane.
Power high, so what?
Now, haste doesn't do anything when you stack it on top of another one, does it?
No,
It
it's
isn't-
not.
It is
I'm gonna-
stackable.
I'm gonna put haste on Dairon because Dairon's probably the only one with range enough to do anything at this point. So that's my action.
Dairon with haste could also be very fun.
Darren
then
can't get sneak attack twice though.
That's true.
Don't care, doing it. And then I'm gonna use Bardic Inspiration on Felix. And then that's my turn.
This is the buff phase. You're all roiding each other up.
This is the way.
So, Dairon, what's your turn?
Run. Just give me 1 second. Let's zoom out just a bit. I need to get a sense of the range from this asshole. Oh, so far away.
You're hasted. You can close the distance pretty easily.
You have double movement speed.
Not the full distance, just the distance Dairon needs for ranged attack.
That's
85, I think.
What's your movement speed again?
35.
So then double that would be 70, yeah.
He's just far enough.
But you can't get within melee range.
No, that I can't get crossbow range.
Really? What's the range of a crossbow?
Oh, crossbow's 80. I
Yeah.
should be fine then.
Yeah, you should be fine.
No, it's 85 though.
Oh. Yeah.
And I can't bonus action aim and fire because then I have to move.
It's almost like I deliberately did this on purpose.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna run there and then I'm going to bonus action insight. Insightful fighting.
Ah.
Haven't
I
done
see.
that in a minute. 20.
$20. Non-natural.
So he beats me.
Yeah.
No, he ties, so he wins.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm still gonna shoot twice.
Okay.
It'll be a disadvantage, but whatever. 12 and 13.
So you see, as the crossbow bolt fires, it reaches to about here before it hits a wall. And you see that familiar energy from the magical absorbing walls.
Right.
So I'm going to say you did the first shot, because you bit presumptuous. So I'll allow one
Sorry.
shot to have been considered fired. The first shot just... You see it go, and it would have landed, but it just doesn't, unfortunately.
Can I hold my second shot till if he gets in range?
I'm going to say no.
Okay.
Haste is weird, because it's not really an extra... Haste is really specific as well on what you can do. It's just, I'm going to say no.
Okay.
Steve's having to do, like, specific clauses for, like, oh yeah, you can hold it while you're hasted, but it's just... Yeah.
Kado, do you think you could draw a line as to where we think the barrier is, or at least where the crossbow bolt stopped the... was stopped by the barrier?
Yeah, it's like... 16... Here...
Okay.
Like, around there.
Mm-hmm. Alright.
So is that your turn then, Dairon?
Yep.
Felix, what are you doing?
I'm gonna move over here. Should be 30 feet. Let me just check to make sure. Yeah, that's 30 feet. The addition of the barrier is sort of put a kibosh on what I wanted to do, but I'm 130 feet away. Yeah. I'm not gonna waste a spell slot and making the attempt, so I'm just gonna dash to there. That'll be my turn.
Okay. I need to look at something really quick. Because... Yeah, you've done your thing, haven't you, Mel?
Yeah.
So, the Mummy Lord begins to lift up their staff, and the moment they slam it on the ground, you watch as from the staff's head, which, bearing in mind, the head of the staff is like this goat skull, the eyes from the goat skull begin to crackle with energy. As I'm just checking, actually, I might be wrong. Ignore me. I might be fucking stupid. Oh no! Okay, yeah. So they crackle out of energy, and Felix and Dairon, the two of you see a bolt of energy fly at both of you.
Alright.
Felix,
Mm.
first. Let me check. That'd be, what's the... Uh... 24 will hit, yeah?
24 will hit, yeah.
So, Felix, you are going to be taking... That is 17 radiant damage.
Ow.
As from the wound, you see what looks like a target forming along your body. Dairon, that is a nat 17. That's going to hit you with modifiers.
Yep. Can I uncanny dodge?
Yeah, you do see it coming.
Okay. Uncanny dodge.
You take 18 radiant damage before half.
Okay, so 9
So-
total.
And from your wound, you also see a target marker appear on your body. Aldane.
How far can I move by dash? Let's see right now.
Be 120 feet.
Which would put me really close to the dude. Not within melee range, but close. Alright, just gonna go over here, I believe.
So as you get to there, you actually bump against a wall.
There's an invisible fucking wall here.
Yeah, the barrier. Were you not paying attention?
I must have missed that.
You bump against the wall and you see the familiar look. The moment you do that, actually, you actually feel yourself getting lethargic for a brief moment as you touch the wall. You haven't lost haste, but you feel like it's not going to last as long as it would have now.
Sorry, I didn't know where the edge of the barrier was.
To be fair, you didn't know. It's not your fault. The enemies are using cheap tricks.
I will use my bonus action to cast Shield Faith on myself.
Okay. You're now shielded by your faith. Now what? Is that it? Oh yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
used my action to dash.
Turim is actually going to move in up to 30 feet this way. And they are going to use the dodge action. So any attacks have disadvantage against them until the start of their next turn.
Mm-hmm.
Now, out of
Shameless.
curiosity, how does one dispel the barrier?
What's that?
How does one
Probably need
dispel
to
the
spell
barrier?
magic for that.
You don't know. You will have to find out. Jameis. What do you plan on doing?
Let me measure a couple things.
I'm actually going to stretch this because just to show the theoretical
Mm.
part of where the barrier seemingly continues from where Darren shot it and where Aldane has bumped into it. Presumably, there could be a gap here in the center, but you don't know.
I'm just gonna move, and that's it. I'm not gonna do
Okay.
anything else.
So, Before Dairon's turn comes up, yeah, the mummy's getting on a bike. He's fucking leaving. He's done. Let me see now. What's the range on people? Too far. Sorry, I'm having to just make sure I don't, like, do something that's incorrect. So, Aldane, now that it's the end of Seamus' turn, the Mummy Lord looks into your eyes, and the moment you make eye contact with it,
Ah, fuck.
I'm going to ask you to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Thank God I have a high wisdom save bonus.
You barely pass it.
Oh, fuck.
You feel yourself tensing up, unable to move, and a wave of dread appear. But you push on through. You feel like if it was to do that to you again, it would have no effect. Dairon, it's your turn. What's the plan, Dairon?
So I don't understand what happened to Aldane.
You just saw Aldane bump into something like it was a wall. It was a similar impact to when you shot in the direction of the Mummy Lord and your bolt just like hit something and then fell.
Okay. I'm gonna go there.
Okay.
I'm gonna bonus action insightful fighting.
Can you just keep doing that?
Yup.
Fair enough.
It lasts for a minute and I can retry as much as I want. 18.
That is a natural 2.
Nice. Okay.
Let me... Where is it now? There we are. So what now then?
I'm gonna take the I'm gonna dodge action.
Oh, very cool. So the moment you do that, give me a wisdom saving throw. As it begins to look at you now, this mummy.
7.
So, let me just... I also need to check something. I don't want to forget. Where is it now? Okay. So, now that you've failed the save, you are now frightened by the mummy. And because you failed so badly, you are now paralyzed.
Great.
That's fun.
Felix, it's your turn. You begin to see Dairon tensing up and unable to move.
Hmm. Damn it. Where's that? There, wasn't it? Move there. Gonna try a firebolt.
1 second, sorry. So you're standing there and you can do firebolt, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Make your roll. You aim your shots. You don't feel confident in the shot, though, as already when you throw it, you feel like it was going to miss anyway. And so you notice it going off-center before it just gets sucked into the wall. This invisible wall.
Alright.
You notice, though, when yours contacts, it's almost like the fire is being drained into the wall before the wall goes invisible once again.
Can I do an Arcana check to figure that out? Figure what that's
I'll allow
about?
that.
20.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, the barrier seems to absorb magic. That seems to be what you know so far. You know,
But
only
nothing else like doing it is empowering the barrier more, or like
you aren't sure if you were able to see magic in any capacity, like you know, detect magic perhaps, or you know, maybe you would be able to understand what actually is happening. But since you can't, you don't have a good idea on what's going on.
Right. Okay.
Also, as a reminder, if you were to be using the Beholder Eye's anti-magic eye, that would also be affecting you guys. So,
okay.
Just in case anyone was like, "Why aren't we using the Beholder Eye?"
Well, I can't do anything else right now, so.
Sure. Let me check something. No, too far away. Lucky you.
Good. I wasn't particularly looking forward to having to make a wisdom save.
So, the mummy.
Sorry, can you just stretch out the X again, just to make clear where the...
No, let me go. Okay. No! Oh my god, I hate Roll20 sometimes. There we go. So it looked to get to about there. Let me do the other... Hello?
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 Hello.
There we go. It's about there.
Right, okay. Because, hey, I don't know about you. I'm willing to try and test the edges of this boundary. Can't last forever.
You gonna edge him?
Gonna edge him super hard.
Yeah.
Trump edges Biden. It's one of my favorite. Yeah,
What?
so that was an article. Not actually that. So yeah, it's basically saying how what's it called? Where was it now? There was a thing of a, you know how sometimes you don't see the full title of an article?
Yeah.
It was one of those cases where it was like Trump edges Biden.
The full title was what? Trump edges Biden out or something?
I don't
state?
remember. I don't remember. Years ago, man.
Yeah.
So the mummy lifts their staff and slams it down again. Similar to before, but this time... Why did I close the fucking... That was fine. Within acceptable parameters. Let me just... Okay, let me... Actually, before he does that, I need to check the range of something. Okay. Oh, I might prefer this idea instead. Nah, I won't do that yet. I'm looking at his spell list and I want to make sure that I'm not like missing anything. I hope you can understand that. Oh, I have this. It's fine. This one's actually a really fun spell. This one doesn't get used enough. let me just open up the Mummy Lord's character sheet because I did close it. So, you watch the mummy yet again lift their staff, slam it on the ground, as they do something else yet again, and the goat horn begins to, activate.
Mm-hmm.
I just need to check one more thing, sorry. I don't want to, do anything wrong and fuck you guys over, or, make a mistake. I'd rather do this properly. I hope you can understand.
Well, I don't mind you making a mistake if it's beneficial for us. That
It's
would be
one of
quite
them.
nice.
It could be a bad mistake. So I want to
yeah. No, if it's liable to fuck us over, yeah, I'd rather be sure.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah, you're out of range. That's also good. So, you watch as how many is it? You watch as 4 orbs of fire float around the goat head, and you watch as Felix, one fires at you.
Alright.
It seems to be aiming specifically at that target marker that's on your body.
Yeah, I know how guiding bolt works. It's yeah.
Do you? Do you though? I hope so. That is a natural 16, which means that's going to hit you.
Mm-hmm.
It just does. I can't make this up. So you are taking 6 points of fire damage.
Just 6 points?
Yep.
Alright. I'm taking nothing then.
You
fuck
watch
you.
as the strike hits you in the wound, and the wound this target marker seems to almost absorb the fire, but your own magic intercepts that, and you just watch as the target marker vanishes into nothing.
Yeah.
Lol.
Tyron,
I'm out even.
that is an 18.
Damn.
Dairon, you are taking 9 points of fire damage.
That ties my armor class.
What? 18?
Yeah.
Yes, that hits.
Okay.
Yeah, so you take 9 points of fire damage before halving.
Which I will.
Yeah, so it's 4, because we round down. We round down in this house. So the other 2 begin to strike, and let me see. You watch as 2 begin to fire at Aldane. That's a crit
Ow.
for 18 fire damage.
That'll do it. A little bit.
And that is a 25
That'll hit. God damn, broke through my armor class twice.
for 11 fire damage.
Oh, that's nowhere near as bad.
I mean, still not
Alright.
good.
I forget, what do I need to roll for concentration? It's Constitution, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Constitution, and it is 10 or half the damage you took.
I
whatever
think I'm
fire.
good.
But you did get hit twice, so you have to
Yeah.
roll another roll.
Yeah.
I think
fine.
I'm good.
Yeah, you are. You are so good.
Alright. I can't really do much with the barrier here now, can I?
To your
Unless-
knowledge.
So I'm just gonna run down here.
How far are you running?
Let's run. Well, I start off
Okay.
here. So, was I parallel to the mummy or was I above him? I think I was
think you're-
parallel.
That doesn't matter, it's fine. It's so negligible.
So
Like
I
5
have 60
feet.
feet of movement, so I'm gonna move 20 feet. Swing with the sword to my right.
Oh, to hit this?
Yeah.
Do an attack roll.
Alright.
You strike at the barrier, and you watch as the blades of outrage almost seemingly like a slowing down, like the because it's almost like a chainsaw.
Mm-hmm.
You watch as the the bladed edge from the sword, like slowing down as it makes contact with the barrier. You do see Darren, especially because you're there as well, and you're both, you're near it. You watch as like, how do I describe it? The barrier wobbles and like, morphs and like just shifts. And Aldane, you end up pulling the sword back as you see the blade, your weapon, beginning to slow down in its activity.
Interesting.
The
Alden's
moment
going to run another
the moment-
20 feet
I was
southwards.
the moment you bring the blade away, as I drag it, so you can gauge an idea of how wide this is.
Mm-hmm.
As you bring the blade away, the energy you see, this like, how do I describe it? This dark energy begins to like vanish away, and you just see nothing but then the open space before you.
Alden's going to run south another 20 feet and hit the barrier again with a sword.
Do another outrage attack. I'm just measuring, so that's 40 feet already, and that would be 60 feet. Okay, just checking. You strike again, and similar to before, the magic is seemingly like almost being drained away from your weapon, and you actually hear from Outrage Aldane as it just says, "Stop! Stop!"
Oh, sorry about that.
Almost screaming in your very essence. As
You know it's
see
bad with the
similar-
Eldritch Horror is like, please stop doing that.
As you see it again, the barrier seemingly is even wider than you may have anticipated. I don't know, but there you go.
Alright, Alden's going to run down another 20 feet. And one more time, instead of with a sword, he's just going to melee stab it with a javelin.
Okay. As you drop Outrage and then take out the javelin, you strike at the barrier. And this time, you notice the barrier like almost tings off the javelin. And you almost lose it out of your grip. It felt like that hit wasn't as good as it should have been. It's not necessarily that Outrage allowed you to strike it. It's more that maybe you just weren't hitting it hard enough. It didn't feel like a clean enough hit.
Alright, I've got some hypotheses, which obviously I can't share because Aldane is like 100 feet away from me, but...
It's also his turn, so...
I share the information I gathered out loud as a free action before I end my turn.
So now that it's the end of your turn, let me see what the Mummy Lord can do. So, Aldane and Dairon, you watch as the Mummy Lord lifts the staff overhead, and as it does, you see this like miasma, this like haze leaking from the eyes of the goat skull head as it brings the staff down, and you see a wave of energy reach out, and the moment it makes contact with you, Dairon especially, you feel your wounds aren't feeling any better. And Aldane, any sort of like tenseness or like achiness in your body feels like it isn't going to like improve. In fact, you might even argue that you can't regain hit points until the end of the mummy's next turn, as it continues to leak out this haze.
I can tell this fucker's gonna be a real pain in the ass.
Turim. Over 100 feet. Turim's going to move 30. Oh, No. I was like there, right? I think so. Tarim's going to move 30 feet forward, and what will they do? Tarim is going to cast Firebolt and do it over here. They're going to specifically do it there.
Alright.
So they're going to do the attack. They strike, and you notice the barrier is seemingly also reaching all the way up to there.
Mm-hmm.
I need to move you across, Aldane, so I can stretch the barrier, if that's okay. I mean, you have no choice, but I'm trying to be courteous. There you go. And it seemingly absorbs the firebolt from there. Seamus.
Is that barrier still up?
Yes.
It appeared and then vanished the moment after it absorbed Tarim's firebolt.
So what you're saying is it might not still be there?
Make a wisdom
I mean,
check.
Sure, why not?
No, it's still there.
Out of sight, out of mind, am I right, folks?
So I'm gonna
totally.
do that. Move 30 feet closer. And then I'm gonna use Dispel Magic.
Spell magic is 120 feet.
Which I am only 85 feet away, 75 feet away.
So, okay. So you're just casting it, right?
Yes.
So, okay. Give me a charisma check. Just charisma.
Oh, goddamn.
I'd say that works.
You thrust out your hand and you cast your spell, and you watch the barrier and its entire width, which reaches here to there. Do you see the line?
Yep.
I do, yes.
Mm-hmm.
That width of the barrier, and bearing in mind, it's probably... The barrier is also so high, it's bigger than your average house, like maybe a 3-story building in height. And it begins to violently tremble. And then it almost like bursts into flames. And you watch as it's almost like becoming nothing but embers before the might of Seamus's magic. And you watch the horror on this mummy lord's face.
Good job, Seamus.
Hey, I did something smart for once.
Excellent.
Oh wait, Tyler, do I have to roll for fear effects?
Good question. Let me check again. I don't remember. Until the end of the mummy's next turn is the duration.
Well, I didn't roll after he hit me last.
You couldn't re-roll. It's one of those abilities you don't get to re-roll on the effect.
But I think it should be gone now, right? If it was the end of the Mummy Lord's next turn.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Okay, just make sure before. Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to make sure I'm keeping track of things.
One second. I'm just going to move this barrier onto the GM layer for now. Until it becomes relevant again. If it does. There you go. Now what, Dairon?
So I'm no longer frightened, correct?
Nope. He does look very
Excellent.
juicy to stab.
Hmm.
And there is an Aldane who might want to appreciate the flank.
Wait, Aldane's down there.
Yeah, we just got
Yeah.
haste.
Yeah, he has haste. He can make it.
Yes.
Okay. Aldane, I'm doing this for you, buddy.
Thank you, sir. Or ma'am, or whichever formality you
Friend.
appreciate.
Friend.
Thank you, friendo.
Striking with isolation.
Okay.
21.
So, you strike at the mummy and he holds his hand out and casts shield.
Yep, that tracks.
You do have a second attack though.
You do, and I'm gonna try again. Nope. And then offhand dagger. Nope. Okay. That's all I can do.
Felix, what do you do?
Well, I believe, sir, it's chromatic mobbing time. 26.
Oh yeah. It is Morbin time.
I assume that hits Kato.
I'm just checking how much AC he had after shield. So you strike at him, and the shield is held up, holding off the attack. What element is this, by the way?
Fire.
As the fiery orb begins to strike against the shield, but it's not enough, as the shield breaks apart enough to let a hole in as fire strikes it dead on.
That's going to
You
be
hit.
level 4. That'll be 30 points of damage. 60 if it's doubled.
Shit!
Hot damn.
4th level chromatic orb ain't nothing to sneeze at.
No, it isn't.
So you do that. You strike it to the point where it is extremely injured from that, to the point where it is screaming in agony. As, yeah, it's just writhing in pain. And, yeah, it's just not good for him.
That'll be my turn. I'm happy with that turn. I think that went well.
So... the mummy actually looks over in your direction, Felix, and says, "Fuck you!" as it thrusts out his staff. And you see from a specific point, I need to make sure though that this is... You see a dim greenish light spread out from here.
Oh.
Let me do it so you can see the aura.
Hmm.
That's not clear enough. Let me make this just more of a clearer green. There we go. As you and Turum are beginning to cough and struggle, as you need to give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oof.
So does Turum.
Well, that's
So
good.
I'm gonna make this damage roll public.
Can I just ask something, Kato? If I was to have advantage, would that help me at all?
No.
I'm not gonna bother then. I get it once per day. I'm not gonna waste it if it's not gonna help me.
You take 16 radiant damage.
Alright.
And you suffer a point of exhaustion.
Ooh.
Ouch.
So Turin passed. Half
What was
of
a sickening
16
radiance?
Yes, the radiance is indeed sickening. The
Noted.
light spreads around corners and
Alright.
lasts until it ends. So, yeah, you also suffer. You also get a greenish light of your own emitting from your body. You feel fucking awful. As a wave of like tiredness, it like stretches out from your body.
Hmm.
Not only does that happen, but Dairon, you saw him cast a spell, right?
Yeah.
What happens then is the mummy turns around and goes to try and hit you with its fist. Its rotting fist. Let me have a look.
Crit.
What?
Didn't crit, but that's still 22 to hit.
How much to hit?
22.
Yeah, that hits.
Again, I'm going to make this public. So that's the first hit.
So
And then this is-
13.
And then this is also added onto it. Let me just check.
Fuck me, that's a lot.
40 damage total.
Yeah, I'm a uncanny dodge.
As you just get smashed across the face. And from the wound, you need to give me a constitution saving throw.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh.
You lucky fuck.
Oh.
DC is 16. You feel from the wound that it struck you, your face was going to like almost melt, it felt like. And your face is already numb from that dead on hit. But you power through. And you don't suffer the mummy rot. Aldane.
Gonna do this and
Hello there.
sorry, had to. And I'm
General Kenobi!
going to... outrage. Yep. And I'm going to add a smite onto that. Divine smite.
Okay.
The name
since-
Smite. Divine Smite.
So that gets me extra damage because it's radiant, right?
An extra d8.
I'm casting it at first level, so that means 3d8, right?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
That is how much? 40.
That
30
totals out for
damage.
30 damage, yep.
Okay.
Stabbing again.
Oh,
Thank
no.
God for advantage.
Yeah, thank God for advantage.
Yeah.
And I'm going to smite at second level this time.
Damn.
Let's see, that'll be a 4d8, I believe. My math's right. If my math is mathing.
Damn.
So that is 33 damage.
Okay.
And one more sword strike. 23.
Okay.
And another smite.
Okay.
I'm gonna do it at first level again. Another 3d8. 17 plus 7 is 24.
It's 24 plus 35, was it? Plus 33?
33
30
plus 30.
So 30 plus 33 plus
63 plus 87 damage.
So you strike at the mummy across the shoulder, and as you bring your sword down, you hear the whirring of the blades from your outrage. As it screams in agony from the blast of radiant energy, you bring your sword up, bring it down, this time on the other side of its body, along its shoulder, deeper this time. Do another blast of damage. You bring your sword up again, and this time you hold it in such a way where instead of doing a straight slash, you stab downwards through its skull. And as you're bringing the sword out, the moment the very tip of the blade is exposed to the air, the body begins to writhe on this mummy lord as it explodes into holy energy.
So Jack killed it.
It is dead.
God
Phew.
damn!
Phew! I was not looking forward to starting a turn in Sickening Radiance.
As the sickening radiance dissipates, your exhaustion begins to end, Felix.
Hooray!
Oh, that was fucking incredible. Thanks for coming in clutch on the flanking, by the way, again.
Problem.
I could not have pulled that off if you hadn't flanked him.
As
And the 60
Yeah.
and the damage I did.
Thank you, Felix.
as you end that fight, and you are all probably very tired, I imagine.
I'd like that
Yep.
long rest now, please.
Tyron's gonna be like, Aldane, would you mind, buddy?
I helped Dairon up and give them a bit of healing.
As you approach Dairon, the two of you notice from the corpse of the mummy is the goat-headed staff that still remains.
You want to pick it up or you want me to pick it up?
I'm about to fall over, so I'll pick it up.
No,
You-
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Nope.
Do you guys maybe
one of-
think I should, cast Detect Magic before you go picking
So-
it up?
Actually, I think I have
Bring-
detect magic. Hold on.
Bring it to you.
Hold on. Ah, fuck! I haven't prepared detect magic. Damn it.
So Dairon, you touched the staff, yes?
Why are you touching the evil staff?
Why did you do that?
Give me...
Because if I'm gonna go down, I'm gonna go down fighting.
This isn't fighting!
Also, Dairon, I gave you 10 hit points to play on hands.
Excellent.
Dairon,
Yes.
before anything else happens, I want you to give me a Constitution. Wait, no. I want you to give me a Wisdom saving throw. Sorry.
You get
You get plus 4
yeah.
because you're near me.
15.
Does not pass.
Fuck.
As you touch the staff, you immediately begin to secrete an almost blackish tar vomit. As you feel fucking awful. As you vomit this ichor, you feel the isolation from in its sheath. Almost as if it's ready to jump out. You are in a lot of pain as you are feeling yourself hyperventilate, but it's hard to breathe because you've got this ichor coming from your nose and mouth. You feel lightheaded. Your eyes are really tired. Even just looking round feels like the actual stalks that your eyes are connected to your brain. It almost feels like they're going to break if you keep moving your eyes too much. Your brain is searing. Your entire body feels very tired. And you just collapse.
Night.
Let me know when I can get within range.
Damn it.
So a long rest is not really optional here.
No. I go to Dyron and see if I can heal them.
You notice as Dyron's collapsed on the ground,
Who?
Dyron's still holding the staff.
I am not touching that staff.
Turim, like, dashes over.
Don't touch the staff until we know what's wrong with it.
I know. I'm trying to get over to fucking... Okay.
I'm gonna use my wand of detect magic.
You cast Detect Magic, Felix, and you are seeing necrotic energy oozing from the staff. And it's almost seemingly like leaking into Dyron's arm.
Aldane, try and get Darren to stop touching the staff
Alright.
How
without
do you
touching
do
it
that?
yourself, if possible. Whack their hand with something, maybe.
Whack that PP.
I use the butt of a spear to whack Dyron's hand to get them.
Give me a strength check to just for the level of control and like
16.
you strike at a good part, but Dyron's arm is not letting go.
Alright. Hold on. I'm gonna try something.
Oh no.
I'm going to bless myself, Dyron, and Turin.
Like the spell bless?
Yeah, use the spell bless.
So bless only just gives you a d4 to things.
I know, but I might need that for a saving throw.
Is it 3 people or can you pick out many? I don't remember.
Up to 3 creatures of your choice within range.
Okay.
I'm gonna give a painter's inspiration to Aldane.
Yep. Alright. So now, I grab the staff and toss it on the ground.
I need you to give me a wisdom. Wait, no, wait. I have to check something. I need you to give me an intelligence saving throw.
Why are you going for my lowest mental stats?
I think that's the point, Jack.
So you feel the moment you touch the staff, you also feel this like corruption creeping in from your very hand. But you're pushing through. Maybe it's because you're a paladin, so you're already natively attuned to holy energy compared to the rest of the group. But you feel the urge to vomit, but you choke it down. And you are pulling and trying to rip the thing out of Dyron's grip. Your body feels, similarly to Dyron, awful. The only difference is that your arms feel like they are a lot more fragile than they should be. That isn't actually the case, but it's one of them where you can almost like feel the existence of your bones within your arms and hands.
Well, that's pleasant.
It's not nice. But as you are like tugging and trying to break free the grip, you find yourself unable to let go of the staff. While Dyron's also still holding on to it.
This is annoying.
Sorry, that D8 was me remembering I had Bardic Inspiration and could have used it on the saving throw for Sickening Radiance.
Well,
Oh,
too
well.
late. You already.
Yeah, no,
Failed.
I know. I was just seeing how dumb I'd been, and the answer was very dumb. The answer was very dumb.
Hey, Term, you think you can help out with this?
Seamus, do you think you've got another Dispel Magic in you?
I don't think so. I mean, unless
This is-
I cast it at 4th level.
This looks like it's a curse.
Right, we don't really have anything to deal with curses.
Ruh-roh.
Well, remove curse is typically. I mean, clerics can use it, paladins can use it, warlocks can use it. Regretfully,
I unfortunately have not reached the level where I can remove curses yet.
and I haven't unfortunately come across someone who can teach me how to remove curses.
How's Darren looking, by the way?
Not great. You are beginning to see veins in their face, especially from where they were struck by the mummy. People who are proficient in Arcana can roll Arcana.
Give me a second.
I'll roll as well.
I think I got it.
I'm unconscious.
No one asked you, Dairon.
Okay.
What's really annoying about this is that I'd be able to access remove curse at the next level.
Felix, you have the feeling if you were to strike this with enough strength, you could destroy the staff. The only problem is, it will probably blast out its negative energies, hurting people who are nearby, which includes the two staff holders.
Before you do that, let me cast Prayer of Healing so we can heal a little bit. Seamus, get over here.
What does Prayer of Healing do?
I'm staying.
Put it in the chat.
Up to 6 creatures up.
Just
Okay,
put
yeah.
it in the chat. Just do that. Yeah, use it.
Can I have it as well?
Everyone in range is getting it. So I will cast. So my modifier is a +4. Or is it the full spell attack bonus, or is it just the ability modifier?
So
That's the ability
whatever.
modifier.
Yeah, it'd be your ability modifiers. So what's
So
like?
it's 2d8 +4.
Yeah. So roll that.
8 +4. 9.
So everyone apart from Darren and Aldane gets that.
I don't
Darren
get
and
that?
Aldane, you don't receive the healing.
Oh, right. Is Darren unconscious or just down?
Unconscious and not looking great. But on the bright side, Felix has a bit of healing. Turim's at max HP, and Seamus didn't take any damage anyway.
Yeah.
Alright.
Darren, why did you insist on picking up this fucking staff?
Darren's too unconscious to respond.
Alright, how do we want to do this? I could hit
I
it
mean,
with
the
a
best
do
thing-
it.
could hit it with a 4th level chromatic orb.
What we could do, Term, do you have any spells that can shield someone from damage?
Good question.
Because if we cast that on Dairon and then destroy the staff, I can tank the damage.
No.
You don't? Hmm.
Regret. I mean, As they considered what happens if they were to polymorph Dairon.
That would work though, wouldn't it? Because
Dairon's technically not willing, so they would have to make a saving throw. But they would
have-
immediately fail it because they're
Yeah.
unconscious. Oh, creature 0 hit points, but Darren's got HP? They're just forcibly unconscious.
Should work then.
Uh,
Do we have any idea
So-
what curse this is, by the way? Or, like, if this is a specific curse?
you would need to... You aren't
Felix
sure,
got a
'cause-
nat 20 on his Arcana roll.
So you've heard of, like, curses that involve attacking the person's very, like, body. Like, it will specifically look at weak points within the body and specifically target those. So someone who's maybe naturally not good at physical prowess, like physically resisting things in terms of their physical strength, might be targeted in that regard.
Right.
If their mind is quite weak to, like, corruption or, like, you know, seduction, it might target that. this specific curse also seems to be laced in the fact that it targets the subject's very physical health to the point where they can't regain energy or heal. It also doesn't help that the Dracolich is involved. Also, as well, like, not only is it that an ancient evil, it's also an ancient evil from a pharaoh who's been long since dead. And also that pharaoh seems to have the ability to like absorb magic, and
By the way, how far
it
away
could be
are
any combination of like.
How far away are our like coach bearers and Griffin Rider escort?
They're in the distance. They were just like letting you handle it because they didn't want to like have the cart be damaged and then you're fucked.
I'll send up a firebolt to get them to signal them to come over.
Turim actually just says, "I'll go grab them. It's fine." Like a firebolt doesn't really mean much if they aren't aware.
I just don't want to use a spell slot.
It's fine. We'll be able to sort this out. Don't worry.
Because I'm wondering, do any of them have remove curse?
I'll check as they start running, and I'm gonna like have them go off the map.
Because that's my thought process. This seems to be the group to send the people with remove curse on. Like, maybe they don't, and that's fine. If they don't, then yeah, we're blowing up the staff, and you're gonna get fucked. But, like to exhaust the options if we can.
So after probably only a minute, you see Turim on the back of a griffin with someone, and they just say, "I'm a cleric. I should be able to handle this."
Okay.
Oh, thank goodness.
No offense to you and your skills. We're just gonna back up just in case.
Understood. So the cleric puts their hands together.
Seamus, back up.
And you watch as they are gathering energy.
Okay.
As they place a hand on Aldane, first of all. The moment they place their hand on Aldane, you feel yourself able to let go of the staff. Any awkwardness or negativity in your body almost immediately vanishes through your fingertips. Almost as if it's going back into the staff.
Huh.
Then they do it again on Dairon, placing their hand on Dairon, and you watch as the grip from Dairon releases off the staff. And they begin to call over some people, and you watch as a stretcher is brought out for Dairon. They are then brought onto the stretcher and then taken away.
All right.
I'm going to move us to the world map.
All right. Is there anything left of the Mummy Lord?
No. I'm also gonna... can you replay Truth in the Stones?
Alright.
On the music list, by the way. I forgot to do that.
No, that's fine.
But to be fair, the tenseness of the situation's been fine with it.
So yeah, nothing left of the Mummy Lord, other than the staff.
Yeah, the staff that's just sat there.
Alright. What do we do with the staff?
Kill it with fire.
Excuse me, Aldane, the cleric actually says to you.
Yes.
You're a paladin, are you not?
Yes.
Could you use Divine Sense and look at the staff? I want to know what you see. That might inform what I might suggest.
Yeah, I'll do that right now.
So you activate one of your use of Divine Sense.
Mm-hmm.
Interestingly enough, the staff has a holy energy to it.
Fascinating.
The staff is actually not... You don't feel an unholy energy from it, despite the curse.
curious.
What do you sense?
It's an almost divine energy.
Almost or divine?
It is a divine energy of sorts.
They are
Not
going
what I'm
to do
familiar with, but
a religion check. They rolled really well. They actually say this is very likely an artifact of the god of death, Zoom.
that fun person.
To be fair, the god of death normally helps maintain the cycle of death, not necessarily the bringer.
I know they're not the Reaper, but
From what I can tell, though, this seems to have even been made perhaps before Zoom, when the previous god of death was a thing. From what I know, the god of death was replaced by a couple of hundred years ago, back when the previous god of death was known as the Vulture. At least that was their epithet. The Vulture was a lot more malicious in terms of being a god of death. And from what I remember of my history, one of the members of the Wild Cards was even in a pact, an accord of sorts, with the god of death at the time. So either that member of the Wild Cards didn't find this staff, or maybe their artifact which carried the previous god of death's power split. Or it's just another artifact from that time. Either way, this is extremely worrisome that, you know, they're getting hold of effectively godly artifacts.
it is concerning, yes.
So, is there anything we can do to destroy this, or?
The best thing we could do is hit it with enough life energy, with obviously life being the opposite of death. That could come in the form of healing, to the point where it overpowers the death aspect of the staff, or just a general high amount of energy to overload the staff. The problem is, from what I know of hearing stories of the wild cards and their exploits, the god of death's artifacts, well, the vulture's artifacts tend to be very volatile and will explode and hurt a lot. If Akru was here, he'd probably be the best person to actually ask. But, alas, we don't have him.
Well, we can't just leave it here, can we?
I mean, there's nothing to say we can't heal the damage it does to whomever. Has to be... Well, if they're in melee... If they're within close range.
Well, the only two healers we've got are Aldain here and Seamus. We don't even know how much healing energy is needed if either of them would be able to reach that threshold.
That's if you were to do that.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it might just be more prudent to hit it with enough of a strong attack from afar, like your chromatic orb.
That I could do, yeah.
It was... Turim does actually add because they have returned. I did notice with that spellcaster, though, they seem to be a sorcerer. Or at the very least, had the capacity to activate meta magic. Normally, guiding bolt can only be used one at a time, but they're used twice at once,
Right.
which is a form of meta magic. Just a note, by the way. I myself only really have lightning bolts to use.
Well, if we're gonna have enough of a rest, I can probably get away with using another chromatic orb.
Yeah, if you're up for that shape, Felix, even.
All right, let's back up as much as we can. I
How
got.
far are you going to go?
I'd say probably the full. No, we won't say the full distance. Let's say 85 feet.
Okay. I would also recommend that you get people to help you, like with Seamus's inspiration. Just to ensure you hit is all.
Seamus, Aldane, do you have another bless in you?
I have some
I
healing
can
words.
also use lay on hands for quite a bit of healing.
Well, no, it's
not healing.
for the hits.
Yeah, we're trying to increase the chance
like-
of me hitting.
Yeah.
I have another bardic inspiration I can use. Yeah.
I can give you a bless.
All right.
Okay.
So that's a D4
So
and a D8.
Yep.
D8. Yep.
With Felix roided up with the power of friendship, make
And
your
also
chromatic
magic.
orb, make your chromatic orb strike.
19.
19 plus.
So a D4, 1, and a D8, 4.
24. So, roll damage as well.
All right, and that's at level 4. $31.
As you strike the orb, the staff even, ignore me. As you strike the staff, it is a loud blast. You watch as the moment it makes contact, the skull head cracks, and you see a swirling mass of like shades and spirits moaning and whimpering and sobbing as they are released from the staff. I was going to say the weapon, but yeah, the staff. And they swirl into a mass until eventually dissipating into nothingness. You do notice, however, as they are dissipating, they are leaking, oozing, however you want to describe it, like particles of light from their from their bodies, as they almost like fade away into nothingness. And from the blast that happens, it basically creates a 50-foot radius of a sphere. Every bit of sand or debris or anything is gone. From 50 feet, centered around the staff.
Boy, am I glad I was cautious. I'm real glad I was cautious about that one.
Out of character, if any of you did that, you would have been immediately unconscious, and you also would have been considered having failed a death saving throw.
Like I said, boy, am I glad I was cautious.
Because it would have immediately dropped you to 0 HP, is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, you were lucky, and yeah, you did that, and yeah, you that happens.
All right. Well, I think if there was any mummy lord still left hidden, I don't think we have to worry about it now.
Can we take a long rest yet?
Yeah, I'd like to get back in the carriage and have a rest, please.
So as you walk back to the carriage, Dairon,
Mm-hmm.
we're going to end the session with the scene on you.
Cool.
I need to change the music, however.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Fun times.
Can you
It's been
cut the
nice
music?
knowing. It's been nice knowing y'all.
Can you cut the music one moment, Mill?
Music is cut.
Here you go. This is the music I want you to play. Let me know when you're doing it.
It is playing.
Dairon,
Mm-hmm.
you feel like where you are right now, you don't belong there. In the sense where whatever you are in, or whatever you feel you are in, should not be. You open your eye, you look around, and you see effectively nothingness. There's still colour, but it's effectively a swirling mass of just like... I guess the best way to describe it is if you were to close your eyes and press on your eyeballs, and you start to see colours,
Mm-hmm.
it's like that in a sense. It's like a mass of just weird mixes of colours.
Right.
You don't even feel your very existence. It just feels like you can only see what from your point of view. When you look down, you don't see your body. And you begin to hear breathing. And this breathing continues to revert, like, to pass through this existence, this space, this wherever you are. And you look in the direction of the source of the breathing, and you see a humanoid figure. It's androgynous in appearance. It's hard to really make out any sexual characteristics of this being. And when you look at this thing, this being, this existence, you feel a similar sort of vibe when you have spoken to Seiryu.
And you would be.
You don't hear so much a voice, but you feel the concept of the words it is speaking to you as it says this. You don't even necessarily hear a voice, but this is what it says. Everything, the start, the end. Seconds become minutes, become hours, become days, become months, become weeks, become months, become years.
Death or time.
And the moment you feel the concept of these words, you see the hands of a clock form behind this being.
Time. Got it.
And you watch as this being extends a hand towards you. It's extreme. They're very far away. They can't reach you by just extending their hand. But just from them actively acknowledging your existence and effectively attempting to reach to you, you feel a pull. You feel a tug. And it feels like it feels like your very existence is being prodded at, in a sense. It feels like you're being bothered. And you see this miasma reach out from the hand of this existence to you. And before it can touch you, your eyes immediately burst open.
Well, that was odd.
Oh,
And
hello,
you-
Dairon. Welcome back to the land of the living.
You're an idiot.
I know.
We were worried about you. Seriously. Please
Don't
don't pull that bullshit again.
touch
Yeah,
cursed
well.
objects.
It's fine.
No, it is not fine. Please do not do that again.
Look over there. I
I'm-
point to the 50-foot radius area of destruction.
Yeah, and then I describe what I saw.
You tell them of the weird metaphysical horrors, the miasma, this being, the weird way it spoke, as if it imprinted the concept of the words upon your mind.
Not really changing my mind that you're an idiot.
No, I'm just telling you what I saw.
Alright. Thanks for the report.
When you wake up though, Darren, you don't feel anything from your Dracolich weapon. Almost as if it's currently like comatose.
Can I try to reach out to it?
As you place your hand on the weapon to sort of connect, you just hear like the word no repeated. Not a lot, but every few seconds you just hear the word no. As if like
Is that
it's almost despairing. Almost as if it can't or doesn't want to accept whatever has happened.
isolation?
That thing should not exist.
In a you shouldn't exist type way, or worse?
It is wrong. If wrongness could be applied to a thing, that would be wrongness.
I just look
Whatever
at the other.
had happened to that existence is not something I would wish upon anyone. Please
And then the
do not do that again.
okay. Good night. And I just go back to sleep.
What are we gonna do with you?
And so that's going to be the session.
All right. Wow, that was very interesting and very fun. I'm
Eldritch Horrors Beyond Arcade. Great. Love that for us.
Fun times.
I mean, I just loved the fact that we tried to motivate the fucking Mummy Lord to quit.
Worked out wonderfully. No notes.
Oh, good times. Good times.
But yeah, you know, it seems to be interesting things brewing. And yeah, you effectively interacted with some previous like evidence of a now retired, dead, former god.
Definitely a former god of time.
a god of something. It also didn't help that you interacted with like the staff of a previous god of death.
Yeah.
But hey, you didn't get mummy rot.
Nope.
And that's arguably more immediately pressing.
And I managed to avoid starting my turn in a sickening radiance, which I was not looking forward to. Yeah, I've got that Satyr Horn dagger that I still haven't been able to use the effect of, so...
Yeah, that was a fun session.
It was.
Mm-hmm.
Just bring the music to a close. So yes, that is the session. So that is the end of the stream as well. So thank you everybody for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed. It is always fun to get to do D&D, especially when I get to do 60 damage. Always fun. And Jack, what did you do? 87?
Something like that. Yeah, it's insane. Haste is broken as fuck.
It is when you're a paladin facing off against a fucking undead creature, yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
hey,
no, the circumstances aligned to let me deal a ton of damage. I'm honestly honestly, it would have been even funnier if I critted on one of those.
if you'd have critted, it'd have died even sooner, likely.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. A crit plus a smite on an undead would have just been insane.
Fun fact: he did not have counterspell.
Good.
Oh.
But I was trying to stay more than 60 feet away from him anyway, because I deduced that was probably the...
We need to check what the highest level spell he had, though, because he could cast 6th level spells.
Oh, God.
And yeah, he also had Sorcerer's Meta Magic, because he was a sorcerer.
Yeah, part of me wanted to get within 60 feet of him so I could counterspell. The other part of me had sort of realized that 60 feet was the range of the glare, and I did not want to have to make that saving throw either.
Can't blame you.
But
Oh, he had harm.
that doesn't
You
sound
must make
good.
a con save.
Right.
You take 14 d6 necrotic damage,
Oh!
or half on a save. The damage can't reduce your hit points below 1, but if you fail the saving throw, your hit point maximum is reduced by 1 hour by an amount equal to the necrotic damage you take.
That was 14 d6, did you say, Cardo?
Yeah. Any effects that removes a disease allows the crit.
Yeah,
the
harm
crit
is
hit points
that is
maximum
fair.
return to normal.
Harm is hideous. My God.
Harm is one
naturally-
of the most.
He naturally comes with that as well. That wasn't
Yeah.
anything I added on to him.
Would I have passed that save with a 16?
DC was 16.
So yes, I would have just passed it, but that's still taking 30 damage, which, depending on when during the fight I took that, would have knocked me
I
unconscious.
was going to give him disintegrate.
That would have...
Disintegrate is mean.
That seems
also-
needlessly cruel.
That's also a 6th level spell. And here's the thing: I could have done twinned disintegrate.
Yep. God. This is why when you said Mummy Lord, I cried.
Either way,
6th level
yes.
spells are actually fucking nasty. Because if you look at Blade Barrier is actually devious.
Either
That's
way,
another thing.
yes, this is the end of the stream, so thank you everybody for watching. In terms of future stuff, Tuesday and Thursday probably gaming stuff. Saturday is the anime premiere stream for the summer season, and next Sunday we're okay to do more D&D.
Should be.
Should be.
Awesome,
Yes,
more D&D.
let's go.
We're getting closer and closer to the pyramid.
I'm going to say, depending on how rolls go in terms of D100s, will be times where you actually don't encounter fights. Or at the very least, the fights will be quicker.
Well, hopefully we don't get anything single digits or above 90 next time. So
It's weird that that's happened multiple times at this point.
it's
Have
weird that it
mercy,
happened
DM.
twice in a row. I know we had several
Yep.
weeks between the two rolls, but that was very unfortunate for us.
It's supposed to be that the midsection, the closer you are to the middle, is like either easier encounters or harder encounters. It depends on the table I use. It is just that these current encounters I'm using the table where the further away you are from 50, like the middle, are the harder fights. Or just harder skill checks.
So you're saying numbers like 42 and 69, besides being meme numbers, would also be very nice for us.
If you got 69, I would actually have it so a meteor drops. Because I fucking hate that number.
Either way, thank you again for watching. Please do give us a follow here on Twitch and on Twitter as long as Twitter lasts. It, keep saying it.
Oh, it's imploding.
It's circling the fucking drain because Musk is an idiot.
Yep.
Competent money grubber, but otherwise, hopefully, we will see you on Tuesday for a gaming stream, whatever that may end up being. Good night.
Good night.
See
Later.
ya.